Hi, happy Wednesday, everybody. How's it going? I'm here early, so if you're watching the replay, it's okay. And I didn't tell you guys I was going to come on early. I realized tonight that I have a conflict. I've got a Girl Scout training at 7 o'clock Central, and I just hadn't looked at my calendar close enough. So anyway, we're going to make a fun note card holder, and I'm going to show a class that I'm working on for... it's a to-go class, so it's a product-based class, and I'll be offering it probably, I'll post it like this weekend, and I'll give everybody a couple weeks to sign up, and then I'll mail the packets out like the first week of August. So this is kind of a different class than my normal classes because it's product-based. So I'll order the product, I'll package it up with the projects, and then it'll be shipped to you. Hi, Marlene. Let me make sure I can see us over on the other side. Good. And then mute myself. Okay, so yay, that's awesome. And then the other thing I wanted to bring up is that I have my monthly card class. Hi, Kim. I have my monthly card class that I do, and the RSVPs for that are going to be Friday, which is the day after tomorrow, because I've got to prep and cut it and get it out on Saturday. We're going camping for a couple of days, and so I've got to get that project class out, that card class out, because it happens the next Friday, the 24th. So if you're interested, that class is $15 or free with a $35 order. I have a hostess code for that, and I will show it to you in a minute, but it's QUSGQH27. And I wanted to kind of sneak peek a couple of the cards that we'll be making. So one of them features this awesome glimmer paper. I'm so excited, and I'll show you how to do a chalkboard technique. And then they're all going to be fancy folds as well. So you'll learn fancy folds. This is also a fancy fold, and it features the ridiculously awesome stamp set. So that's my monthly card class. It's $15 or free with a $35 order on a hostess code, and I'll show you that. And then I'm going to sneak peek you tonight. Hi, Lindsay. I'm going to sneak peek you tonight at the product-based class that I'm offering, where you would get the cute fruit stamp set and a set of in-color markers. And I'm going to show you that, and I'm going to show you how to make a little holder for your note cards. So I'm going to flip you around. Boop, boop. Did I want to do it this way? Well, no, but that's okay. Such is life, you know? I tell you, y'all, I do my best, but some days. Okay. Boop. Sorry. I got a new phone case, and I'm jazzed. It's really pretty. All right. So I'm going to fold this over so that we can stay focused. Boop. So the monthly code for the card class, the ridiculously awesome card class, is QUSGQH27, and that is going to be sent out. I need either the $15 or the order on that hostess code by Friday so that I can ship it to you on Saturday. I've been cutting and prepping and designing and trying to get everything done. So just FYI, that is the monthly hostess code. A lot of people choose just to send me $15, and that's okay. What I'm going to talk about today, though, is the cute fruit stamp set. So this stamp set is not in the big catalog. It is in the beginner's catalog, which is kind of fun. We started doing a beginner's catalog last year, and in here you'll find sets that are simpler. They're really coordinated, and they feature, like, you could buy just this little stamp set, the 4-season floral, or you could buy everything you need to make the cards that are featured on this page. So it includes card bases. It includes these pre-printed pieces. It has a stamp and seal. It's got some ink spots, a block, and the stamps. Kind of cool, right? Cute Fruit is a fun stamp set. Now, if you wanted to, you could spend $58.25. You would get white cardstock. You would get the stamp set, you would get a ton of little ink spots, but I found the colors to be a little odd. So they do make these pictures, and I mean, I do think that looks like apples, and I think that, you know, that's cute, but I don't know. I was like, I don't know. So anyway, so I ended up designing my own set, and I'll kind of show you what that looks like. Another set is the Zany Zebras, and so this is like $59, and it includes like watercolor pencils and some white cardstock, and then, you know, you could make, you know, items on these pages. And I like that they show you stuff, like they only used what's here to make these things, so you know that if you have this stuff, you can make these, which I think is kind of cool. And then the last one is the Hooray to You. So these are not in, they're on our online store, but they are not in the regular catalog. The zebras are. And then the last one is the Simply Citrus All-Inclusive Card Kit, which is a really pretty kit. I've got it, and I've been kind of playing around with it. It's been fun. So, okay. And then it also says, hey, you know, do you have some of the basic things like a paper trimmer or snips, or our seal, our adhesive? Do you have some glue dots? Do you have a chamois to keep your stamps clean? So I like that it also says, like, here's some basic things that you might want. And then of course it talks about paper pumpkin. So the beginner's catalog you can actually view on the Stampin' Up website. You can also look at all of these things on the Stampin' Up website. So if you're interested, if you need me to send you one, you'd like to have a physical one, just let me know. I'm happy to drop that in the mail. So what did I do with Cute Fruit? So what I ended up doing was I took the Stampin' Write markers, because you can do, hi Kirsten, you can do, hey Shannon, you can do markers to stamps. And most people do this with red rubber stamps, not with photopolymer. But I was kind of curious to see, could I get this to work with photopolymer stamps? And I think I did. So I'm going to show you my designs. And then this will be part of a product-based class. So what would happen is you would order this class from me. I would ship you the stamp set and the Stampin' Write markers. And I would also ship you the ingredients to make these 4 cards. They're note cards. So a fun pineapple, some funky bananas, and I did have this other banana, the one with the mustache. I think he's kind of even funnier. I think the mustache banana might be my favorite, actually. Really cute fruit and a fruit bowl. I knew I wanted to make a fruit bowl one. And your one in a melon. So when you use the marker technique to a red rubber stamp, you get a nice clean image. When you use it on the photopolymers, you get a more, I want to say, speckled or watercolor type image. So it's definitely not a clear, it's not as clear as you would normally get. But I felt like it was a sacrifice I was willing to make because I wanted to use the in-color markers. If this doesn't appeal to you, that's totally fine, and I accept that. But I really wanted to play around with the in-colors and the in-color enamel dots and the Stampin' Write markers. And so anyways, I thought this was a fun one. So what I want to do today is I want to stamp a little emblem, and then we're going to make a folder to stick all of those in. So I'm going to show you how this works. So I think I'm going to do the maybe I'll do your one in a melon, partly because I think it's just really funny. Okay, so we're going to need some blocks. And with the rind, I recommend that you kind of like lay it down and then you put your block on it, because if not, you can get it, you can kind of like warp the U, and it looks a little funny. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get our markers out. Now, anytime you get a set of photopolymer stamps, the first time you stamp with them, it's almost like there's a coating on there and they're resistant to ink. So what you can do is you can stamp a couple times and it'll clear it off. You can also take an eraser and just gently rub over. And then just kind of wipe that off. And what that will do, I'm going to use the blue. What it does is it allows the stamp to take better ink. I like to huff on it just because, you know. There, you're one in a million. Meh. So funny. I love a good pun. You guys know that. All right. So now the pink watermelon, we're going to use the brush side, and we're just going to try to brush as much. And you can see the ink, you can see it pooling, right? And so you know that this isn't going to be perfect, but that's okay. I just like to come back in and make sure that, you know, it looks pretty good. And I'll hold it down. Give it a second. With photopolymer stamps, that's the other thing, is you want the ink to kind of run to the paper. So you should always hold a photopolymer stamp for a longer second than you would like a red rubber stamp. So, and then we'll do the green. And there's a little less surface area, so. And you huff on it to keep it moist. Super cute. You're one in a million. And then I think we need a little bling on this. I've got these cute, rich razzleberry type sequins from the Artistry Blooms sequins pack that I apparently have like ripped into shreds, but there's all loose sequins. Oh, I'll have to find a sticky for him. But I think we can probably do a couple of, oh yeah, now we're blinging. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to build, hey Lynn. I did start early, sorry sweetie. It's been one of those days. I overestimated my available time, as always. So this is an old folder. I've actually been doing these for a while, and I really like the way it looks. So this is a fun way that you can actually tuck note cards in here. Obviously this doesn't match, but I like to keep an old one around so that I can make more easily. So it's a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and we're gonna score it at different places. So I've got this fun Artistry Blooms DSP that's got a green side, which is fun, and then it's got this super bright side. So I've got to kind of decide which way I want to do this, and if this is the sheet I actually want to do this with. I think I like that. Okay, I think I'm going to do it this way. And we're going to get our scoring plate in. So we're going to score this in the middle. So always remember that the dark one is the cutting, right? Dark cut, light score. So I'm going to slit that dark one away so I don't mess with it. I'm going to score this at 6 inches, so right in the middle. Score. Then I'm going to score it at 2 inches on one side, so that'll be like our flap back. Make sure I've got this lined up well. I've got quite a few things on my desk right now. So 2 inches, and then we'll do 2 inches on this side. And then we're gonna do 2.5 on the top. And 3 3/4 from the bottom. Okay. And then I'm going to start to fold. So what we end up doing is we flap back these pieces, all right, and we fold this piece forward. And I don't love that color combo, but that's okay. We're just gonna roll with it because that's life, right? So, no big deal. I don't think it would be any better the other way, but I actually like it better the other way. All right, I did not think that would happen. Okay, so then the other piece we need to do is, if this is going to be our outside, and this is going to be our, so that's our outside, this is our inside. So then this little piece is our top, and this piece is our bottom. Okay, excellent. Origami 101. So the shorter flap is the top, the longer flap is the bottom. And then the other piece you have to do is you can either cut these corners or you can fold them in. I tend to just fold them in. So I will take each of these 4 corners and I will fold them in. So this week's hostess code, if you say like, I don't want to place a big order, or you know, I don't want to do the cute fruit class, or I'm not interested in the ridiculously awesome class, but I really want to learn how to make a whole bunch of these, what I'll do is I'll pre-score them for you and I'll mail it to you so that you can then have a sample for yourself, right? And the nice part about that is then you've got one at home so you can do exactly what I'm doing, which is, you know, lay it out and then you can make a bazillion of these. And I'll show you in a minute why you'd want to. So that actually tucks in there, and that tucks in there. So there's no glue involved in this bad boy, which is awesome. And then you're able to take 2 note cards. Come here, Mr. Banana. 2 note cards on each side. 2 of the envelopes on each side. And then watch this. This is so fun. So now I've got 2 guys over here, and I've got 2 guys over here. Oh, gotta tuck that in there. Don't want to mess up our pineapple. I love that little pineapple topper. All right, now, now we've got a really cute note card set, but we need a way to, you know, cinch it closed, right? So what we're gonna want to do is get some ribbon. I don't know. What ribbon do we want to use? No. Maybe. I think we need some Magenta Madness ribbon to kind of tie it all together. So we're gonna wrap that around here and cut a piece. Yeah, this paper is bright. It's something else. I love it, but it is something. All right, and then I'm gonna tie a bow. So Magenta Madness is one of the colors in the Artistry Blooms Designer Series paper. So is Melon Mambo though. So just good to know that you've got both of your pinks in here. Okay, and then I'm gonna kind of jiggy this up a little bit, and I've got my little label, and I'm gonna stick that with some dimensionals. So I'm basically gonna pop up the back on some dimensionals so that I can create a channel for the ribbon, so that the ribbon, you know, I don't have to glue down the ribbon or anything. I could glue it down if I really wanted to. I don't think it's necessary. All right, and now we've got a super cute, fun bundle of note cards, and we've got an easy way to open it up, and we've got a fun set of note cards that we can play with. So let me bring it in so you can see the scoring directions again. And for those of you, you know, I'll post this later and I post it on YouTube, so you can always come back. So you're going to score at 2 inches, 6 inches, and then theoretically 10 inches, right? But it's 2. It's 2 from either side, right? So in the middle, 2 on either side. And then from the bottom, 3 3/4, from the top 2 1/2, or if you work in sequential order, 2 1/2 and 8 1/4. So everybody kind of works in different ways. You can trim the corner off, or you can just tuck those corners, right? And then you can decide, like, hey, I want it to work this way versus I want it to work, you know, like you can decide what you want to be the main pattern of paper and what you want to be the secondary piece. And then once you've got those corners tucked in, then you just tuck the big corner into the small top one. And now you've got a fun folder for your note cards. So there you go. Awesome, Kirsten. I'm so glad. I know, Crystal, I'm sorry, I'm early. I have a Girl Scout meeting at 7. So, learning how to do Girl Scouts virtually has been a challenge. And so I am going to try to absorb as much information as I can, so that we have a good year ahead of us. Because I have a troop that is bridging to cadets. And I'm so excited, and there's still 8 of them, and they want to do stuff, and so I need to figure out how to do this. So anyway, all right, there you go. Fun. Let me know if you've got questions. Again, the monthly card class features the ridiculously awesome stamp set and some glimmer paper, some more of this Artistry Blooms DSP. So if you like this and you like bold colors, that monthly card class is either $15 or free with a $35 order. The hostess code is QUSGQH27. If you just want this folder, you place an order with the weekly hostess code, which is EZ9B3ZAH. That is a Z. And let me know. Thanks, Lynn. A little origami, right? Everybody loves a good paper challenge. Awesome. All right. I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful night. Bye, y'all. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day.